but I want to go to a Soviet theme park.
It's definitely not Soviet or old.
That was pretty cool. It's a hairdressers, but
Thank
also
you. What is this?
I don't know. Whatever they do, I think it's their very own draft.
But what a weird experience. I am excited for another day in Tbilisi. Good morning, guys, from the Parliament here in Tbilisi. We've actually just moved to a new hotel because we have actually extended our time in Tbilisi. We want to show you so much more. There is so much to see here. We didn't do our planning very well, clearly. And also we want to show you the different places that you can stay in this amazing city. I'm currently standing on our balcony right now, which is basically a garden, and it is right near the Parliament's building, which is pretty cool, I think. But we are gonna go out and explore more of Tbilisi, like I said today, because there is so much to see. And Georgian language is one of the hardest languages to learn, hence why we have only really learned one word in our couple of days, which was cheers gamajos, if I remembered it correctly. We will need to try and learn a couple more, but I think that's going to be pretty much impossible. I will give you a room tour later, of course, because I do need to get out. The sun is shining. We have been very lucky. It is the beginning of November and we have blue skies and sunshine, so I need to explore more of Tbilisi.
Look at all of this space. There is like too much space. You've got Parliament there. Think of all the activities you could do. Thank you. So yesterday, I'm not certain, but we spotted a funicular that takes you to what looks like an old Soviet theme park with like views over the whole city. So obviously that is where we're going to try and head today. It seemed like it was at the bottom of the hill that's just up from Parliament. So we're going to walk to there and then hope. I think there was, like we looked online, there was one that was built in the 19th century but then was closed because of an accident. So I'm not sure if they've redone it or it's reopened, but I want to go to a Soviet theme park.
We have found the station after a quick 2-minute walk uphill. We think it's open, it looks relatively busy, but the nicest funicular station I've ever seen. Can I have 2 return, please?
Hello.
After the song.
Thank you.
It's definitely not Soviet or old. Well, that was very steep. We went up 500 meters in length and it took about a minute. It cost £8 for both of us return, which I think is actually pretty good, but I have to say, so far the views actually look better on the funicular. I'm literally hanging over the edge right now just to get a glimpse of the view. It's covered in trees. We're in like some massive park that doesn't look Soviet, by the way, and yeah, I mean, it's just some huge park. The views were definitely better on the funicular.
Views from up here are amazing. It's like a whole new perspective of the city, but I'm a little bit
disappointed.
I'm a big bit disappointed. We saw the huge big Ferris wheel from down in the city. Turns out you come out here, not Soviet. The cool thing is that you've got the Ferris wheel, which isn't on, but underneath there's the underwheel club, so you can go on the Ferris wheel then come back down and get drunk. Like, look at this huge Ferris wheel nightclub. Only in Georgia.
Back down we go. The cutest Georgian dogs.
So in Georgia, all of the strays you'll find are tagged, and all the locals have like a shared ownership to own the dogs. So they're all really fat and they're all really well looked after. So make sure you give them a stroke. But we've just quickly come back to the Sulfur baths to book our Sulfur bath experience. We ended up going in Crilio Abano. We were going to go in Gulos, which is meant to be the most traditional, but it was fully booked. And this one looks the best from the outside. It's meant to be touristy, but if it's not fully booked, maybe it's not as touristy.
There is too much to see and do in Tbilisi. It's actually killing me. Me and Matt were just jumping in a taxi. We came to Fabrica, which is on the left side of the river, and it's one of the coolest places in the city. And when we were in the taxi, we were looking around and we were like, oh my god, like there is so much. How much did we?
There's too much to see. It's kind of annoying. I like it. There's only a few things to see and do.
It really is killing us. But Fabrica used to be, this building behind me used to be an old Soviet sewing factory, and it's been restored to one of the coolest hostels in the world.
This building is so well designed. How did this used to be an old Soviet printing press? And out the back, the reason we came here is because it has like a courtyard full of different bars and restaurants. I think it would actually be really good to stay here as well. And look at the street art. It's really good. Apparently one of the most famous street artists in Georgia came and done it. And it's not just on the hostel's walls, it's also like the whole street.
This place is so cool. And there's just like wooden chairs, or what are they called? Pallets for you to sit on.
It's like the ultimate hostel, isn't it? You've got all these bars, restaurants along here.
There's just so many different things. The hairdressers and then all of this street art. And I think it's an old, it looks like a larder anyway.
I'm not sure. It's a Soviet car. That's pretty cool. It's the hairdressers, but also
what
bar.
is this?
I don't know. Whatever they do, I think it's their very own draft. I mean, it's really cool. It's very hip. I can imagine a lot of people here go to Greta Thunberg conventions, but I mean, if you want to come and party and act like you're a little bit younger, it's definitely the place to come. You know what? I liked it. Did you like it?
It was unique.
It was unique. I would. I don't think I'd stay there. I don't think I'd get any. We sound really. We're 25. We need to grow down.
It's more about the fact that I just couldn't deal with the environment. I mean, at night it'd be amazing, but
it'd be good.
Stay there.
It'd be good to go to at night, and I like the fact that it's been changed into something like new and modern. But then I kind of miss that little Soviet factory that was there before. But we're walking up. Got a taxi back into town, and we're heading to Metekhi? Metekhi Church.
As Georgia is the second country to adopt Christianity, you kind of have to see a church. What
are you getting out of the way, this church, just to see one?
No, because I like the way that this one is situated. We're actually going to be looking at the old town from the other side. So on our first day when we explored, we were in the old town up at the fortress and at the Mother Georgian monument, and we were looking at the church this way. Now we're going to be looking that way. Metekhi Church, and I believe it dates back to the 12th century, and it used to be the king's residence, which is pretty cool. I can see why he would build a church on top of the cliffside, and I'm not being funny, but it looks as though the wall could cave in at any time and fall into the river. But we haven't really come here for the history. We have actually come here because I think that the views from here are possibly one of the best. Up at the fortress in our first day, the views looking down were really, really nice. But from the other side of the river, the fact that you can see everything, I think that's the best. And you're kind of not too high, so you can just see how elevated the city is. I like it, but I prefer the view. Wow, restaurant with a view.
We are literally eating on the edge of
That's
the
a bit
cliff.
scary.
We spotted this place, Old Metekhi, which is basically right next to the church if you go up, and we are like on the edge of the cliff. Like this could fall off at any moment, and of course we got a jar and khachapuri to share because I don't know if I want to eat too much before going into the hot bath. I'll be like sweating so much. If you think I'm gonna get bored of bread and cheese, you are completely wrong. I'm just gonna eat it non-stop for the next 3 weeks in Georgia. But that was really nice, a nice little find. Literally sat on top of the gorge. And again, how much was all that? How much did it come to? £8, there you go. So for a khachapuri, a couple of beers, which we probably shouldn't have had before going into the sulfur baths, but we're and the rice, and we got a little rice to is rice healthy? I don't know. But we're walking there now, and we actually had to pay 100 earlier to get a private room, because a private room makes a lot more sense than the public ones. The public ones can be not the best, we've heard, and then you need to get extra money out for afterwards in cash, because if you want any extras in your private room, you have to pay by cash.
We have made it into our room number 10. We actually, and I'm just trying to block that lighting, we booked the room for 3 people, even though it's just 3 now. And we also have the scrub called a kisa, which is coming in 25 minutes. So we have 25 minutes to relax in here. He said it gets very hot, not to bring the camera, leave all your jewellery inside. I'm about to burn.
So this is the reason Tbilisi was built. The king, many years ago, oh my god, it's so eggy in here, built this place. Oh, it's really eggy. Built the city on top of this when he found it many years ago. So let's see, really steamy. 40 to 50. Oh my god, it's hot. It's hot.
Our room consists of a shower and the hot baths, which he said can get between 50 and 60 degrees, am I right? He said 4 minutes maximum, and we have the bigger room, so we also have a resting area. He said to make sure you come in and out. I'm scared. Oh my god, I'm nervous.
It's hot, right?
Forward to your kissa.
I'm getting ready. Apparently it scrubs like cool your skin off a little bit, similar to like a Turkish massage. And it feels a little bit like that, but it's really cool, like.
I don't know what you call it.
I don't know what to explain. I just want to soft from your skin.
My turn for the scrub.
Oh my god, all your tan is coming off.
Oh, that was lovely.
You were literally covered in foam.
Oh my god, I love that.
I've got a short straw, mined by a man, not me.
How is the scrub of death? A lot. What are you?
I think I'm just a joke.
I think so too. For one bar to another, this one is completely different. I should probably turn that off because it is a bit noisy, but what a weird experience. I don't think I expected it to be like that. Mine was semi-relaxing. Matt's was more like abuse. I feel sorry for him being cracked. Did you enjoy it?
No, I'm sore. I'm sore. Actually,
He's so
I'm sort of like, I was sore at the time, and now I'm like relaxed, if that makes any sense.
The amount of skin that comes off you is crazy, but it's definitely a must do if you're in Tbilisi. We have checked into the Shota at Rustaveli Hotel. We are going to be staying in Tbilisi for a few more days. We keep extending our time, we love it. But we have our huge bed, I don't know who this is on the wall, huge TV, freestanding mirror, it's a huge room. And this is...
The centrepiece is the bathroom. It is huge.
Look at this. As I said, from one bath to another. Toilet, huge shower, but that is the end of our day in Tbilisi. I would highly recommend doing the sulfur baths. We've read a few things despite it being more touristy, I actually really enjoyed it. I know all of them are super different, and it was quite a good price. It was about £35 for both of us to do all of that.
And we've got that, so you can.
Oh my God.
I should get in the bath first. I deserve another scrub.
You get to take this home with you, but I'm gonna get in the bath. I'm not gonna use this. Matt can use that. We have a couple of day trips here in Tbilisi, so we will see you for that.